break it to you boys. The average 23-year-old girl has slept with more men than the average 53-year-old woman. Let that sink in. We're living in a time, and I know this because I used to be a teacher for many years, and I couldn't believe the sexual promiscuity amongst 14, 13, 12-year-old girls, because here's what they had. They had access to Snapchat. They could send nudes of themselves to older boys or whatever it is from the age of 11, 12. Nudes or whatever it is, well, it's technically child pornography. They would start so young, and they're living in an era where there's no negativity attached to sleeping around. It's seen as liberating. So by the time a girl is 23 years old, I promise you she's slept with more men than a 53-year-old woman. Because a 53-year-old woman grew up in a time where she was shamed for sleeping around. There was no sexual liberation. There was a sanctity attached to sexuality. A 22-year-old grew up in a time where Snapchat, twerking, wearing promiscuous clothes, going out, being on social media was all normalized. So if you think that, I'm going to be with a 21-year-old who's going to have low body count. Guys, what world do you live in? What world do you live in?
Ba'ashem, Yahushua Ba'ashem, Kakadash, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers, to the few sisters out there, very few. All right. As you can clearly see, this particular video talking about the favorite subject. But this is how you determine a declining empire, a declining society, where sex is not even, it's just a thing. And that it's not something brand new. It's something that was pushed on the people for a long time ago. All right, from a very long time ago. In the 90s and the 80s and so forth. And it was just the whole idea of just promiscuous, just being loose out there. That was a thing, And now we have a society where this woman said the average 23-year-old have more bodies than a 53-year-old. That's a goddamn shame. All right, a woman in her lifetime should have only one man, but in this society, it's weird. It's oversaturated with that. All right, and it shows you that we live in an upside down world. We live in an upside down world where women have more bodies than a man is supposed to have, and it's being pushed like she was breaking it down because laws is taken away. The fear of the Most High is taken away. All right, shame is taken away. Scripture says, matter of fact, let me get that real quick. That's what I was gonna get anyway. 1 Peter 5. I start at 6. It says, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. So we have a people that's all about pleasure. This whole society is about pleasure, self-will. All right, not even in the form of self-will, like you have self-will. Self-will as a form of you think you're doing whatever the hell you want to do. And this thing has poisoned the minds of everybody. Mainly the woman. This is the serpent and Eve all over again. And that's why the majority of women, their attention span is low. You have to detain them, or you got to make them smile to make them feel good. And the moment you don't make them feel good, they jump to the next cock. So it's like it's not even a point to get into no sort of relationships, period. Okay, because they just there for their own personal pleasure. And that's something that's being pushed to the people. This is the laws that's been passed down. Matter of fact, real quick, let me get that before I get the other one. Micah 2:1. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their of their hand. All right. And the ones that have the rule are the elites, and they pass all sorts of things that favor women being single and women raising the next generation without fathers. And the cycle continues of undiscipline, of wanton. All right. When you look up the word wanton, which I'm thinking of, Isaiah the 3rd chapter, right? I haven't read it in a while. Let me see if I can get that. Which the definition for wanton means undisciplined. So we live in a undisciplined world because it's all about pleasure, right? Isaiah 3, yep. It says Isaiah 3:16. It says, moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with a stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, making tinkling with their feet. So it says, NLT. The Lord says, the beautiful Zion is haughty, craning her elegant neck, flirting with her eyes, walking with dainty steps, tickling her ankle bracelet. This is why it even says it. Judah's women denounce. So this right there, they know, because when you read down, it tells you. Matter of fact, next verse, I didn't know it did this. It says, therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover thy secret parts. That's why the black woman can't grow her hair. All right, proven right there and there, they're the daughters of Judah. All right, they're the daughters of Judah. Judite women don't have the tendency to have natural long hair because it's a curse. But the key thing I was looking at is the Hebrew word for wanton. All right, it says wanton. The Hebrew word is saquar. To be ogre, be wanton, ogling. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. Blinking. I gotta look it up, the regular dictionary. Eyes with envy or hatred. What, the women always gazing at every single thing that she sees and with a certain sort of hatred, because if a man looks better than her man, she's gonna look at another man and have something against the other man. All right. Let me see if I can do this real quick. One time.
Wanton.
Of a cruel or violent action, deliberately and unprovoked. Here it is, which that's a good one too. But it says sexual, unrestrained, or having many casual sexual relationships, typically used of a woman. So there you go. The average woman today are wanton. All right. They live in a thing of pleasure. This is why the scripture says, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth, because she can never be satisfied. What's his name? Prince already said it. All right. He already said it in Dove's Cry. All right, about his mother, because women can never be satisfied. So the average woman today can never be satisfied, no matter what. It doesn't matter if you have 6 feet, you're 6 feet tall, your slung is down to the floor, you got a 6-pack abs, they loving that the vibration. They'll never be satisfied. Okay. It says, I'm gonna jump down to the other point, verse 11. But the younger widows refused. I'm sorry. 1 Timothy 5 and about 14. I would therefore the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house. So the purpose of a younger woman was to have children, to guide the house. Now the younger women today are doing what? Which I'm gonna come back to this. Matter of fact, let me continue. The younger women, all right, 23 years old is pretty young, right? But she was talking about girls that's 12 on up, not my words, her words, that were sexually promiscuous already. But then that guy's locked up. When the whole grape thing was talked about, and Apostle Paul said, if we're gonna get them young, they had a problem with that. But look what society is doing to the young. All right, boys could be with boys, girls could be with little girls. Girls experimenting, not the time of college, they experimenting in the adolescent age. Was the outcry for that? Here's the scripture tells you that the younger women are supposed to be married and guide the house. What's wrong with that? All right, she's not supposed to have no body count. But this society is ass backwards. It says, guide the house, none occasion of the adversary to speak reproachfully. And this is why the average American women are not desired on the planet Earth. There's the exact reason why they're not desired on the planet Earth. No man is going to come from another country with riches to come marry you scallywags, you whores out here. That ain't happening. Sorry. All right. Coming to America was an actual fucking movie. It was a comedy. You know, yeah, we love the reference of it because it shows an inkling of things to come. However, the rest of the movie made no goddamn sense. All right, I just had to put that out there. It says, verse 15, for some are already turned aside after Satan. So what happens when a woman gets married or women have sex at a certain age and she keeps having sex? She's undisciplined. She's undisciplined. Disease takes place. All right. Sirach 25 and 24. Of the woman became the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither of wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And the society pushes the gad abroad thing. All right. They pushes that. So they want promiscuous women out there. They want this madness to take place. They want diseases to go. Marriages. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Salakia. Now I remember. I'm getting old. I'm talking about Ish, but from the book, this book is called Satan Agents Exposed. I got to go to page 172 or 173. And this is a laundry list. And everything that's happening, it's not happening via accident. All right? It's not by accident. So this is Fabian society and its sinister seduction. All right? So this whole book, Satan Agents Exposed, exposes the elites, where they get their ideas, what's their planning, what are their plans for the near future. All right. At the time, I believe this came out in 1979 or something. I don't know. It's on the book cover. Matter of fact, I know what page this is. Let me see if I could see what. Same Agents. Boom. Only was you. 1980, Slack, yes. 1980 when this book was published. All right. It was published in 1980, but seemingly it was created 79. So this is an old book, and it has things that most of you people don't even know what's going to happen. All right. 73. 173, Slakia. Or 72. So this is Fabian society and its sinister seduction. I'm going to go to the middle. Right here, much of Ruski's theories came from Pluto, whom he worshipped. There is a remarkable parallel in his writings of Ruski, Marx, and other fellows of Pluto. Pluto ideal society include the following: the elimination of marriage and family. So that goes into what? The nuclear family being destroyed. All right. What does a nuclear family consist of? A man, woman, and children. All right. The man being in the household. That's something that's been taken out. All right. Now the women has, which is the next one, all men would belong to a woman. So women now possesses the man. The scripture tells you, I believe is in Sirach. I haven't read it in a while, but let me get it real quick. Possess. It says, wow, what the hell just happened? Salakia. Says, I said possession. Should be this one. Yeah. Sirach 36 and 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. So begotten of possession. So when a man gets a wife, that becomes his possession. All right. She belongs to him. But now in this sick world, is the other way around. It says, a help like unto himself, a pillar of rest. This is the role of women. All right, this is a role of a woman that's supposed to in this world. That's her purpose. But she's not in her purpose. She's not in her value. So she holds no value. It says, where no hedge is, their possession is spoiled. He that have no wife will wander up and down mourning. So this is heavy because it says, where no hedge is, who's the hedge? What's a hedge? A hedge is a protection. All right. Matter of fact, let me go up a little bit. Sirach 36 and 22. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, a man loveth nothing better. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, there is not a husband like another man. In other words, she knows what she's dealing with, right? This is the guy that excites her. This is the man that makes her whole. So when she's happy, he's happy. When he's happy, she's happy. All right. That's how society is supposed to. That's how marriage is supposed to be. It says, "He that getteth a wife begotteth a possession, like unto himself, and a pillar of rest." So she was a woman. Women are created for men, not the other way around. It says that in was it First Timothy's? No, Corinthians. Let me just read on. It says, "No hedge where there's no hedge, there the possession is spoiled." So the removal of the man of the household, the hedge that hedge is spoiled. That the possession is spoiled. The woman is spoiled. All right. And he that have no wife will wander up and down mourning. He would trust a thief while appointed that skippeth from city to city. So who will believe a man that have no house, laundered wheresoever the night taketh him? Because what? He's supposed to have his own household. But the destruction of the family is thing of Esau. All right. Removing of the father has completely damaged everything. I believe it's thinking of 16. I could be wrong. $14. No. Salakia. Okay. Sirach 15 and 2. No, 1. He that feareth the Lord will do good. He that have knowledge of the law shall obtain. And as a mother shall she meet him and receive him as a wife married a virgin. With bread of understanding shall she feed him and give him water of wisdom to drink. We're just talking about wisdom. He shall be stayed upon her and shall not be moved, and shall rely upon her and she shall not be confounded. She shall exalt him above his neighbors, in the midst of the congregation shall she open his mouth. Talking about wisdom. This is not what I was looking for. Not what I was looking for. I believe is the thing. No, I'm gonna get the one in Proverbs. Proverbs, because it said something. That's what I wanted. Proverbs 14 and 1. It says, every wise woman, buildeth her house, but a foolish plucketh it down with her hands. So when you give women a gad abroad, she plucketh down her own house. And you then seen adultery at an all-time high. Well, adultery is a pastime right now. Adultery is the fad. It's always been the fad. Right? Because the simple fact is, these devils cook things in the books so that way they could destroy the nuclear family. So it's an elimination of marriage in the family. All men would belong to all women. Children resulting from these promiscuous unions would be taken over by the government, which that happens. No hedge, no father. What tends to happen? The children have no protection. All right? Henceforth, a broken household. And it says, by the government, as soon as they are weaned, they would be raised anonymously by the state. So the ultimate goal is really to make nothing but orphans. And nobody wants the responsibility. Women would be equal with men. Women would be expected to fight wars with men and perform labor like men. That's what's happening now. Selective breeding of men and women would take place under government control. Children considered inferior or crippled in this breeding process would be destroyed. So this is part of a masterful plan. So the destruction of the nuclear family. All right, nothing's sacred. Things are no longer sacred. Everything is out for the open, and this is the result of all that. This is why Isaiah 29 and 19, 29 and 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide a counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and knoweth us? So this is part of their works. That's why the book is called Satan Angels Exposed. Satan Angels Exposed, exposing Satan, Esau. This is what they plotted, and this is the results of what's going on at this very moment. Surely the turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he have no understanding? So they turn everything upside down. So now women are above men, and men are on a low. This is turning everything upside down. To tell you Jeremiah 31 that it should be a new thing, and women should compass a man. This man is the one, Esau is the one that allowed this thing to happen. Now you have girls, as soon as they get their period, just giving up their goods. And when they give up their goods like that, they are no use. Since they're no use, they will never be married. And for them, they don't care, because marriage is no longer sacred. Okay? This is all part of Esau's masterful confusion. Once this confusion takes place, you have a place of just pure madness. Last scripture, You know what? Second Esdras 8 and 50. I'm gonna end it off on this. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell on the world, because they have walked in great pride." So everything that they've been fed, they go and buy it. And since they're being fed by it, they can do no wrong, and they're gonna live by their pleasures, and they're gonna be put down because of their pleasures. There is a time of reckoning that's gonna take place. And a lot of these scallywags and these useless ass people that can't bear no children, the scripture tell you that she shall be saved by what? Childbearing. A lot of these women can't even have that. A lot of these women take Plan Bs and take all these different things, and they try to save their eggs to get their education, all because Esau has put that in the minds of the people. All right, they've been programmed to think that way. So since they are pro-death, death is coming. All right, death is coming at a grand scale. It's gonna be a lump-sided thing. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna bring hell to this world. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.